So what's up guys, it's here by Quadgy, and welcome back to another video of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. In today's video, we're going to be talking about a huge blog post slash update on Modern Warfare 2. This is probably the biggest video you're going to have to watch before the full game drops next week. As you guys know, the Modern Warfare 2 campaign is here in a couple of days, but we have more information than just a campaign. We have information on all the weapons in the game, which Infinity Ward has provided with us. We have information on all of the operators in the game, and a lot more. If you guys are excited to hear about how many weapons are in this massive multiplayer, if you guys are excited to hear about the weapon progression, camos even, through leaked information, and much more, make sure you guys drop a like in the video, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications. We're so close to 5,000 subscribers as well. If you enjoy my energy and my passion, and you enjoy Mod for 2 videos, you know, I'd be going for multiplayer nukes, or great gameplays, and obviously entertaining content, as well as tips and tricks and information like this video, then make sure you guys stay tuned on the channel. I'd appreciate you greatly. You're just amazing for even listening me out this far. Without further ado, let's get on with this video and talk about some new Modern Warfare 2 info. So starting things off, in the blog post, they pretty much give us a rundown of all the important release dates. So as of tomorrow, October 19th of 2022, the Modern Warfare 2 campaign early access preload begins at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So starting tomorrow, October 19th, at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time or 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or whatever your time zone is, you'll be able to pre-download the campaign early so that you're ready for October 20th, which is where you can actually boot up and play the campaign early, which is really awesome. You get to experience Task Force 141 and what the entire campaign and story of Modern Warfare 2 is on the 20th. And then throughout the week, depending on your own sort of platform, you can then pre-download the full game so that you're ready to play the game on October 28th at midnight, which is just going to be the greatest time ever. And basically, from October 28th to November 15th, you have the Modern Warfare 2 preseason. So there's no seasons, there's no store bundles, there's no battle pass. You just level up and you max out your weapons to be ready for the seasons ahead and for Warzone 2, which will be launching on November 16th. On that day, Call of Duty Warzone 2.0, DMZ, and Battle Royale modes launch alongside Modern Warfare 2 Season 1. So November 16th isn't just only the Warzone 2.0 and DMZ release date, it's also the first day of Season 1. And then on December 14th, we have Season 1 Reloaded, which introduces raids. With Season 1 back on November 16th, you'll have the Battle Pass, store bundles, and all of that. And of course, for Season 1 Reloaded, we'll have another weapon, a new map, probably like Shipment or Shoot House or something. And yeah, that's pretty much how the release schedule is going to go for here in the early access period, the release, Season 1, and Season 1 Reloaded, which is a good thing when you think about it because they're letting us know in advance when Season 1 Reloaded is, which is kind of crazy. Unless they give us a delay like they did with Cold War and with the Vanguard Warzone years. Hopefully that's not the case. I hope we just get things on the dot because that'll just prove that Infinity Ward is ready to take this year to the next level. After this little outline of dates, Infinity Ward explains the whole campaign rewards and stuff. I already made a whole video on that. If you guys want to know about campaign and what rewards you can get from it, check out one of my previous videos. Now we're moving on to multiplayer and Spec Ops overview. They're saying that Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer defines emergent gameplay with a focus on variety. On day 1, there will be 12 unique modes, 10 traditional modes on core maps, and 2 ground war modes on battle maps. So obviously you're gonna have like your domination, your TDM, your kill confirmed, your search and destroy, and whatever else they decide to add. I really hope they had headquarters from Modern Warfare 2019 because headquarters was really good. And I really hope they had patrol from Call of Duty Vanguard. I know a lot of people hated Vanguard, but I really liked patrol from Vanguard, and I hope they kind of put it into the game. And of course, we'll probably see Hardpoint as well. So those are like, what, like 6 or 7 modes that we know for sure. Free for all as well. So there'll probably be like 2 more modes. For Ground War, they'll have the regular Ground War and Invasion most likely. They're not telling us the number of maps just yet, but they did tell us that maps are grouped into one of 3 regional categories. You're going to have the Al Mazrah maps, which are the maps that take place on the Warzone map of Al Mazrah, which is what Warzone 2.0 is all about. And then you'll have another set of maps which take place at Las Almas, which is a Central American region with a similar footprint to Al Mazrah. So there's a chance that Las Almas could actually be a Warzone 2.0 map as well, either replacing Al Mazrah or potentially playing alongside it, kind of like how you have Rebirth and Verdansk, or Rebirth and Caldera, or you can even argue Fortune's Keep and Rebirth existing together. That'd be pretty cool. And the last region is the rest of the world. You know, they'll have something maybe in the States, somewhere in Europe, maybe somewhere in Paris. They're supposed to have the Grand Prix map, apparently. Apparently, it's been all resolved according to a leaker, I forget who. But it wasn't in the beta, but they were able to get some issues resolved, and the Grand Prix map will be in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer on launch, at least hopefully. Now moving on to Spec Ops, we have a replayable co-op and raids coming in Season 1. Spec Ops will feature 3 missions at launch, all taking place in Al Mazrah. We got Bad Situation, where you infiltrate a town in the dead of the night to uncover intel and evidence left behind by Al-Qatala before exfiltrating. Stealth is key to survival. You have a vehicle escape where multiple SAM turrets are preventing reinforcements from entering Al Mazrah. With the help of a vehicle, you navigate through the winding streets of a suburb to destroy them, then speed over to the exfil plane to escape. And lastly, you have the Observatory Defense, which is a love letter to fans of the survival modes. You defend the observatory from increasingly difficult waves of enemies, attempting to detonate bombs between each wave. Operators can spend cash to get items such as kill streaks, self-revive kits, and armor plates. That last one is interesting because it's kind of implying that regular survival from Modern Warfare 2019 and Modern Warfare 3 probably won't be in this game, which kind of sucks, but I just hope with this new Spec Ops experience that these 3 missions are really well crafted and kind of remind me of the good old Modern Warfare 2 missions and the Modern Warfare 3 missions, because those were really fun to do for me personally. Apparently in Spec Ops, you'll have access to a backpack to store equipment and one of 3 kits that are similar to a set of perks, field upgrades, and kill streaks in multiplayer. You guys can read all about that. They have the assault kit, the medic kit, and the engineer kit. I'm not really gonna, delve too deeply into this because I personally am not caring too much. But one note that they really recommend here is that they're saying, we highly recommend completing all 3 Spec Ops missions with 3 stars and have at least 1 kit leveled up to rank 5 before raids. A direct continuation of the campaign are introduced to Spec Ops later in Season 1. So it's basically kind of like DLC campaign stuff. So they might continue the story through these raids instead of the Warzone story. Or maybe the Warzone 2.0 story is going to be separate from the campaign story, which would be really cool to see, to have kind of 2 stories kind of exist at the same time. You have the story going through the raids and the story going through Warzone. The only thing that sucks is that these raids are going to be part of the paid Modern Warfare 2 package, not really part of the DMZ package, which will be free with Warzone 2. So if you want to play raids for the future, which sounds kind of promising, at least at the moment, you're gonna have to pay that money, which kind of sucks. Okay, so now moving on to the operators. They actually have factions this year, unlike they did in Vanguard. And there's 2 sets of operators. You got the Spec Gru operators, which comes with, the Task Force 141, and I guess you can call them the quote-unquote good guys, which you guys can see on screen right now. I'm not really gonna go through all the character bios here, not really important. But next, you also have the Cortec operators, which you guys can see right here. As you guys can see right there by the character portrait, though, it seems like Rose is coming back. However, for all of you worried about her, full black suit coming back, if you read her character description, it actually says she's highly sought after for her proficiency in small unit tactics and close combat engagements. However, she ripped up her contract with the Shadow Company and her dark suits in early 2022 to align with Spec Gru. So she's no longer part of the Shadow Company, she's part of Spec Gru, which means you'll never see her in that iconic suit from Modern Warfare 2019. Some of you guys might hate that, some of you guys might love that. Let me know what side you guys are on. Also included in this set of operators is Oni, who is the PlayStation exclusive operator. If you pre-ordered Modern Warfare 2 early, then you'll have Oni as soon as the game launches, which is actually really cool. He's like a samurai or something. Looks really dope. Now we're moving on to the weapons, which is probably the main reason you're clicking on this video. They said here that at launch, there's going to be 33 unique weapon families available to unlock through the military ranks. So there's going to be 55 levels. As you guys know, you go from level 1 to level 55. And then you go through the prestige system. The system is going to be the same like we've had in Cold War and Vanguard, most likely. I don't expect them to change much. And each of these weapon families can contain up to 6 weapons, which can be obtained by leveling up specific weapons within a weapon family. I've already made a really in-depth video about this. If you didn't watch those videos, make sure you guys do. It'll explain a lot more in depth. By unlocking all these weapon families and completing all applicable applicable weapon family progression thresholds, you'll have 51 primary and secondary weapons to choose for a loadout. So yes, there's 51 weapons and there's 33 weapon families, which is just insane. Some of these guns will be like one-off weapons where they won't be part of a weapon family, while other weapon families will only have like maybe 2 or 3. As you guys saw, the M4 family had like 5 or 6, the Lockman family had like 5 or 6, but not every weapon family is going to be like that, so just keep that in mind. They also told us how much weapons are in each category within these 51 weapons. They said expect 10 assault rifles, 4 battle rifles, 7 submachine guns, 6 light machine guns, 4 shotguns, 6 marksman rifles, 3 snipers, 1 riot shield, 5 sidearms or pistols, 4 launchers, and 1 melee secondary weapon. So pretty much by taking this info and everything that we know from the beta, I'm going to tell you guys right now what we know currently, like what weapons we know currently out of those 51, because I decided to make this nice little spreadsheet that you guys are probably seeing on screen right now, and we actually know 35 of the 51 weapons. I'll say potentially 35 out of the 51 weapons, because obviously we have the beta weapons, which are definitely confirmed. Obviously they might change their names in the final release, but we know a good amount of them. But there's also weapons leaked during the beta where, if you guys remember during the second weekend of the beta when Xbox got their download, you were actually able to play private match on Xbox and people were able to access a lot of leaked beta weapons that obviously weren't available during the beta, but were available in the files, at least in private match, and they'll most likely be in the full game, either at launch or as DLC weapons down the line, or maybe they'll never be released. So if you guys want to know all 35 currently known weapons, stay tuned and pay attention right now. So for the ARs, we have 6 out of 10 known weapons. So there's obviously 10 ARs in the entire category. We only know 6 currently because of the beta. We got the Lockman 5.56, which is kind of like the GRA, the M4. We have the M16, which is part of the M4 family, the Cast-Off 74U, which is the AK 74U, and the TAC 56, which was the SCAR. All these 5 weapons were part of the beta, but one gun we couldn't use was the Cast-Off 5.56. This was leaked in the beta, and it's basically part of the Cast-Off 74U family, or the AK platform if you want to call it. And I'm suspecting it to be an AR because it is a 5.56 ammunition type, which is exactly what the Lockman is. And we've seen guns in the same weapon family be in the same category, as we can see from the M4 and the M16. They're the same weapon family, they're technically quote the same weapon, but they're in the same category. So I think that's going to be the case with the Cast-Off 5.56, which will be the traditional AK-47, whereas the Cast-Off 74U is the AK-74U. We know 6 of the 10 ARs. What other ARs would be possible to be in the launch of Modern Warfare 2? Looking at Modern Warfare 2019's weapons, like their entire weaponry, I would say a good freaking guess would be the AN-94, the AMAX, the Odin, and probably the FR-5.56. I don't know what other weapons you would put in this category. That's like a lot of weapons to come into launch. Let me know what other 4 ARs you think would come into the launch of Modern Warfare 2 here. I'm curious to know your thoughts. Moving on to the SMGs, we know 6 out of the 7 possible SMGs that are going to be available during launch. We know the Lockman sub from the beta, which is the MP5. We know the FSS Hurricane, which is part of the M4 family. We know the Fennec 45, we just couldn't customize it. And then the 3 leaked weapons, the 3 leaked SMGs are the K-Block, which is basically like the PP Bison from Call of Duty Ghosts / kinda Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019. The Zyklov 9, which is the PP19, which is pretty much like the PP19 Bison from Modern Warfare 3, but it's kind of weird because we already have the K-Block, which is technically the PP Bison. I don't know, this was obviously leaked by leakers and they labeled it as an SMG, but when I think PP19, I remember the PP19 pistol from one of the previous Call of Duty. So this might be a pistol. I'm just putting it in SMG, you know, as an SMG because that's what I think it is, but we'll see in the full game. And then we have the LMP, which is the MP7 essentially, and this is definitely an MP7. So that's actually pretty good. We got like an MP5, an MP7, the Fennec, which is the Vector. We got a PP Bison and PP19. And we got the FSS Hurricane, which I guess technically could be labeled as a P90. Now, if they were to add one more SMG from the, you know, from the family of SMGs that's already present in Modern Warfare 2019, I feel like they're either going to go with the AUG from Modern Warfare 2019 or the CX9, because those are definitely 2 guns that they haven't added. And if one gets added and the other doesn't, then the other one will probably be like a DLC weapon. So, and as well as the Uzi, we haven't seen an Uzi at all. So Those are definitely like 3 likely SMGs to be coming, at least here at launch. And then probably one of these will probably be one of the Season 1 weapons. So let me know what SMG you think is going to be the last SMG at launch here, and what SMGs you think are going to be in the DLC season for Modern Warfare 2. For battle rifles, we know 3 out of the 4 that are going to be coming into launch. We got the FTAC Recon, which is the M4 battle rifle. We got the Lockman 762, which is a part of the Lockman family. And a leaked one was the Castov 772. So this is going to be like the Castov 556 and the Castov 74U is going to be part of that family, the AK family if you want to call it. And it'll probably be like an AK, but in marksman rifle form or battle rifle form, as they call it here. So that's gonna be pretty cool. What kind of battle rifle do you guys think will be the last one? I'm guessing an FAL. I think that would be the only one that actually makes sense because everybody loves the FAL. So that'd be my guess for the 4th battle rifle. Let me know what your guess is, just because I think that would make the most sense. For the LMGs, we know 5 out of the 6 LMGs that are going to be available at launch. We got the 5556 Icarus, which was part of the M4 family in the beta. We know the RAP H, which I believe was part of the Lockman family in the beta. We know the Sakine MG38. That was also in the beta, but you just couldn't customize the attachments. It wasn't a part of a family. Maybe it'll be a part of the family in the full game. And we know the RAL MG was leaked in the beta. Obviously, we couldn't use it in the beta, but it was actually leaked in private match. So there's the RAL MG from Modern Warfare 2019. And we got the RPK, which is part of the AK platform or the Castov family. So it's a part of the AK family or the Castov family, whatever you want to call it. And that makes sense. I mean, we were able to pretty much transform the AK-47 in Modern Warfare 2019 into the RPK. So like I said, we only have 5 out of 6 LMGs. For the last LMG, I would imagine at launch, it could be any of the LMGs we had in Modern Warfare 2019. It could be something like the Bruin, or the Finn, or the PKM, or it could be like an MG34. But we already have the Sakine MG38, so that wouldn't make sense. So maybe even the SA87. I don't know. Any one of these would be a really good guess. My guess would probably be the Finn LMG, just because it's not really like these other LMGs, at least in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think will be the final LMG at launch to complete the set of 6 LMGs. For shotguns, there's going to be 4 shotguns at launch, and we know 3 of them. We got the Expedite 12, which was obviously used in the beta for a lot of glitches. But we also have the Bryson 800, which is like a Model 680, basically, from Model for 2019. And we have the Lockwood .725. And yes, that is the 725, essentially, from Modern Warfare 2019. So we have the Expedite 12, the Bryson, and the 725. I would hope for them to add the Spaz 12 from, obviously, the OG Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 and Infinite Warfare, where it was known as the S-Ravage. But out of anything, I think they're going to add like a full auto shotgun, and it'll probably be like the Jack 12 or even like the Origin or something. Probably going to be the Origin, honestly, which is really going to suck because they should have a Spaz 12, man. Like the model and the Bryson and the Expedite are cool, but we need that good old Spaz 12, man. It isn't a Modern Warfare 2 game without the Spaz 12. Shout out to my boy Greg's. Let me know what you guys think will be the final shotgun here in Modern Warfare 2. For the marksman rifles, there's 6 marksman rifles coming into launch, but we only know 2 currently. There was the LMS, which was part of the Lockman family. It was really OP. Definitely watch my video on that if you didn't. And there's the Lockwood Mark II. The Lockwood Mark II was obviously in Modern Warfare 2019. And the LMS, I'm not sure what it looks like in Modern Warfare 2019, but it's a really fun gun. As of all the marksman rifles, I mean, we don't see a Kar 98 yet, so they're probably going to add the Kar 98. A crossbow maybe, or maybe they'll save that for DLC. We had the SKS, the EBR. They can go a lot of ways when it comes to marksman rifles. I guess the M14, we haven't seen M14 in a minute, but I feel like that'd be part of the M4 family. I don't know. Let me know what marksman rifles you guys want to see. I mean, we hardly know anything about the marksman rifles. There's just 4 spots open, so let me know your thoughts. Okay, while recording this video, I just realized that I mislabeled the sniper rifles. I think it said like 3 out of 6 known. There's actually only 3 sniper rifles coming into launch, and we only know 2. So it might not actually be 35 weapons that we know. It might actually be like 33 or something. Still though, pretty good amount of weapons. We have the Signal 50, which was in the beta. I never used it, but it was a really good sniper. And the Barrett MRAD, which is a bolt action sniper, was actually leaked during the beta. And that thing looked really, really freaking nice. It looked like basically like the Paladin from BO4. The basically like the heavier sniper that's bolt action but will almost always one shot, like a DSR, the SVG from BO3, the Paladin from BO4. I forget the other equivalent in the other Call of Duties, but that's, if you remember those Call of Duties, basically it's like the heavier sniper that's bolt action, but almost always one shot, which is really nice. For a final sniper rifle, it'd be nice for them to add the intervention, considering this is Modern Warfare 2, but you know, this is the new style of Modern Warfare 2, so they're probably not going to add the intervention. If anything, what sniper should they add? I mean, they might just add the Dragunov for all that I know. Let me know what you guys think that they're going to add. I really have no idea. Be cool for them to add, like, the AX50 or the HDR or something, but the Barrett MRAD kind of takes the HDR's place in this sense, so I guess we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, we have the Riot Shield, nothing much to be said there. We got the sidearms, which we know about 4, but there's going to be 5 at launch. Within the beta, we had the X12, the X13 Auto, but we also had the Bruin 45, which was a special case because it wasn't technically unlockable in the beta, but you could level it up and use it in the beta if you did a glitch with the shotgun and overkill and stuff, which is, I made a video on it, so if you guys want to see gameplay of this pistol in case you never saw it, it's a pretty powerful pistol. It's basically like the TAC 45 from BO2, and it was really fun to use. So that's 3 pistols. And then the 4th pistol was actually leaked during the beta. Obviously, nobody could use it. You can only use it in private match if you were able to. And that's the Deagle. The Desert Eagle is coming back, which is pretty cool. For a 5th pistol, I think this one's pretty obvious. The 357s, you know, the Magnums or whatever. That's definitely got to be number 5. Like, this is a pretty complete list of pistols, and I think that would be the perfect one. I'm pretty sure they're going to save like a 3-round burst pistol for DLC or whatever the case is, like the Renetti. They're going to call it the Raffica or whatever the case is. But I think for launch, they're definitely going to have like the 357 Magnums or something. So that's my guess. Let me know what you guys think they're going to add. It'd be cool to have the Psychov, but I don't think they're going to go that OP just yet. Obviously, there are 4 launchers. We didn't have access to any launchers, I believe, during the beta, or maybe there was like 1 or 2. I just never used them. But there was also an RPG leaked during the beta. Just obviously nobody was able to use it, but the RPG is back. And lastly, we have the melee, which is most likely going to be the common knife. So yeah, those are all the weapons that we know of. I believe it's 33 out of 51 weapons, not 35 because I messed up on my typing. But that's a lot of weapons that we know of, and there's still so many weapons we don't know of, which is actually kind of nice. Like 50 weapons is the most out of any Call of Duty in previous years. It's more than even the amount of 2 Call of Duties, which is insane. So let me know which of these 51 weapons you guys are excited for, what weapons you hope to see in the final launch, and man, it's gonna be a good year. I feel like just because of this full list of weapons, which is crazy. So now that we're done talking about the weapons, let's move on to weapon camos. Now the weapon camos weren't really stated in the blog post. This is kind of heading into leaker territory, so keep in mind this should be taken with a grain of salt, just because these are leaks. They weren't mentioned in the blog post or anywhere yet. We'll probably see these camos in the game. But the leaker metaphor, he's been leaking like Warzone 2 stuff and a bunch of Modern Warfare 2 stuff, so he's kind of reliable at the moment. We've had, he said that there's 4 mastery camos. There's gold, which was in Modern Warfare 2019, platinum, which was in Modern Warfare 2019. I don't know why they have platinum, they should have diamond. There's polyatomic / element. I don't know why he put 2 names there. I guess they're still deciding on the name before release or whatever the case is. So it's pretty cool that it sounds like it's going to be like atomic camo from Vanguard, but probably with a Damascus-ish element where it's going to be animated, and Orion. So I'm gonna guess that the top 3 obviously are gold, platinum. You know, you have to get gold on every gun to get platinum, and you have to get platinum on every single gun in the game to get polyatomic / element, which should be pretty cool. And then Orion might be like the obsidian grind or whatever, and it's cool that they're adding the obsidian grind type of camo for the beginning, because I didn't go for obsidian because none of your progress really saved by the time obsidian came out. So the fact that they're adding it from the beginning is a good sign, unless it's something else, who knows. So that's pretty cool that we got 4 mastery camos. He's also saying the platinum camo looks way better than it did in Modern Warfare 2019. It looks like the Alabaster Graw blueprint, but a little bit more silver, so that should look a lot better. And the polyatomic element camo basically looks like this image that I'm showing you guys here. It's really cool, from apparently like an oil spill. So at least the camos look really good. I'm just afraid for the camo grind. We got 50 freaking weapons, bro. You are not going to see me camo grinding for a minute, but I will try to get the camo at some point, obviously. You guys know me. I'm just going to focus on maxing out my guns first and then going for camos after Warzone 2 comes out, or once I'm done like maxing out all the weapons, whatever the case is. That's usually how I go about it when it comes to camo grinding. Let me know if you're gonna be camo grinding all 51 weapons to get these amazing camos. I guess we just have to look at them to see if it's worth it, but good times ahead. Moving back to the blog post, they basically said that the Ricochet anti-cheat will be available from day one, so you know, less hackers and all that. And then we also have incoming Twitch drops. Yes, Twitch drops are finally back. The last time Twitch drops were implemented in Call of Duty were Modern Warfare 2019. Cold War and Vanguard didn't have them. They just had them on YouTube for the CDL streams, which was kind of lame, honestly. So it's nice to have Twitch drops back because they were a lot better. They were better for more creators like myself. And all you gotta do is link your Activision ID and Twitch accounts, check out any streamer that has drops enabled on Twitch October 28th to November 6th, and then you can redeem the awards. Basically, you get all these rewards after watching somebody for a certain amount of time. So if you watch 30 minutes of somebody, you end up getting this calling card and emblem, which is of Task Force 141. After 15 minutes, you get that charm. At 45 minutes, you get the sticker. And at 60 minutes, you get a blueprint of some gun. I think that's the FTAC Recon or something. But yeah, if you guys want to watch anybody, you guys can watch me at twitch.tv/themarkofahero. I stream pretty much late at night though, but I'll probably be streaming a lot during the day as well. Just depends when I want to make my videos and stuff. So I hope to see you there. Make sure all your stuff is linked. Just go to like callofduty.com, log in, go to where it says like linked accounts, and then you just like connect your Twitch account to your Activision account or something like that, and you should have it. I did it myself like earlier today just to make sure. I mean, I already had it linked. If you had it linked back in the day, then you should be fine, but just as a refresher, that's pretty much how you do it, which is pretty cool. Nice to see that back because it definitely helps a lot of creators and more people find out about the Hero fam, which is awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. After recording this long ass video, I realized this video is gonna be like 30 plus minutes or close to 30 minutes, so I might cut out some things or I might not. Just consider this the ultimate Modern Warfare 2 guide. Like, we have information on everything leading up to the release of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. After the release, we know about all the operators. And if you guys want to know more about the information that I provided to you guys here today, there will be some links in the description, I'm pretty sure, leading to this blog post and some of the other stuff that I talked about. Hopefully you guys really enjoyed my perspective on this. Like, I plan to go crazy on Modern Warfare 2 this year. Obviously, this is the Modern Warfare 2 channel. We're gonna hit like 10,000 subscribers most likely. On the main channel, hope to hit like 200,000. It's just insane to see all the love for this game already, and I hope you guys have a good time with me. I upload entertaining nukes, tips and tricks / news videos like this, and just a whole bunch of stuff. You'll see something random every single day, hopefully, and hope you enjoy your stay. Sorry if I talked too long, sorry if I was a little bit boring, but I think information was very important for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye guys, I love you all.